Welcome to Share Talk, the only podcast where investors come first.
Hi, this is Zak Mir with the Bulletin Board Heroes here on Share Talk for Monday, the 12th of October. Starting off with Europa Minerals, where we've finally had a decent break of recent resistance through the September peak, around 2.1 pence, and while we're above that, looking for top of the December trend channel at 4 pence over the next month or 6 weeks. We've also got support there at the 50-day line, the blue line there, 2.03 pence, so hopefully the shares remain above that particular area. On to Europa Metals, and here's a situation again where we're looking for the stock to bubble up. In fact, we've already broken that falling wedge, sharp falling wedge there from the end of July, resting above the 200-day moving average at 9.75 pence as well. Be cautious on the stock, maybe wait for an end-of-day close above the 50-day line at 11.87, but at least while we're above the 9 pence zone, the floor of the recent flag, looking for an eventual target here over the next 1 to 2 months as high as the top of the triangle there from last December, stretching towards 30 pence. So let's see if that manages to pan out. Europa Metals, one of those stocks that also has taken a while to consolidate and ready itself, not a million miles away from the current configuration at Amur, but here we've got a break through the 3.5 pence area, still waiting for that end of day close at 3.5 pence plus. If we can get that early this week, we should head quite directly towards the top of the trend channel from February, as high as 5.5 pence, perhaps as soon as the end of next month. This stage only back below 3 pence initial September resistance, really delaying the upside scenario. Stock which I don't think mentioned many times here before, but gets a good look today is Eddie Stobart. Here you can see that the shares broken up quite nicely, sort of sprung to life with a gap higher through the 50-day line at 7.5 pence and breaking that June resistance line just above 8 pence, call it 8.2 pence, let's say. And while we're above that particular level, especially with an end-of-day close through 9.14 pence, the August intraday peak, looking for a top of April triangle target as high as 13 pence. So that one looking quite intriguing at the moment. On to another stock which doesn't get much of an airing here, but is back again today. Hardeed. Here we've got the shares breaking that resistance line from May and the 50-day line at 25, well, let's call it 26 pence. While we're above that on an end-of-day close basis, looking for the top of the broadening triangle from the beginning of April, heading towards 54 pence at that resistance line there. This stage already back below 23 pence, really killing the idea of a decent recovery there. I noticed Hammerson yesterday in my travels when I was trying to pick out stocks, and today you can see that there's been decent follow through to start the week. We've broken above the initial October peak at 19.5 and the 20-day line at 18.5, let's say, and while we're above the 20-day line, looking for a top of June trend channel target as high as 35 pence. So who knows, maybe real estate is back in business. Hopefully 35 pence hit by the end of next month. Looking at Open Orphan again, where it's been interesting to see that shares bounced off the 25 pence level again. I think the previous call here was that breaking 25 pence on an end of day close could get us up to the next target, a March resistance line projection at 40 pence. So hang on for that. Let's see if we can get that sometime this week. A weekly close above 25 pence would be very nice indeed from a bullish perspective, but only back below 20 pence, really delaying the upside scenario on Open Orphan. Stock which has been problematic from a fundamental and many other perspectives, not let alone the technical one, is Pathfinder Minerals. Shares having another go again after the bull trap through the 200-day moving average in August and September towards 0.9 pence. The good news here, I suppose, is that for the start of October, we've got a much higher support level, above 0.5 versus the previous 0.4 pence support, and we've also broken that line of resistance from last month as well. at 0.6. So above 0.6, still on the bullish tack, and especially while we're above the 200-day line at 0.67, hoping for a 1 pence plus target. That could be as high as that the top of the May trend channel at 1.3 or even 1.4 pence. So let's see if that particular situation comes to fruition. Sarium, no problem there with the break to the upside. Beautiful push through that resistance line, and the 1.1 pence resistance from July, heading quite quickly now towards the best case scenario target that we had before, up to 1.6 pence, and that's valid while we have no end of day close back below the old April peak at 1.1 pence. So above 1.1, looking for 1.6 on Sarium at the moment. It would be difficult to avoid one of the COVID plays, or any of the COVID plays. Obviously, we've had open orphan already, but it looks like after bull trapping rather nastily through £2.50 in August, and coming back to take out that £1.50 support from the end of July, we've finally had a bear trap rebound for the Synergen, and it's broken also the August resistance line and 20-day moving average at 168. While we're above that combination, looking for a top of July trend channel target as high as 300 pence. That idea would be cemented by an end of day close through the 50-day line at £1.93, but we should be on our way already, given that nice snap of the August resistance line. Just a couple of stocks to go now. Favourite at the moment, Alien Metals, and here we've got the shares breaking a trend line from September. That line at 0.75, so above 0.75, looking towards the top of the rising August trend channel at 1.25, hopefully as soon as the end of this month, if we're lucky, and maybe going into early November if we're not so lucky, but a nice breakthrough there on Alien. And finishing off with Zenega, here we've got shares sort of taken a long time to build a base. You can see that post-June period, but it looks as though we are finally on our way with a strong candle today, and the break above both the July resistance line and the 50-day moving average at 5.8 pence. End of day close today above the 200-day moving average at 6.5 pence should be enough to give us 10 pence target as soon as the end of this month, 10 pence being the top of the post-June triangle. That's it for me today. More updates tomorrow.
Thank you for listening. Remember to visit our website for more news and other podcasts at www.share-talk.com.